Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Bitcoin, your daily update. We have enough to talk about, not necessarily in terms of price movements, because it's been your typical Bitcoin weekend. Basically, since yesterday morning or yesterday afternoon, there has not been that much movement. The volume for Bitcoin right now, yesterday we predicted that it would drop down to like 7-8 billion. Right now it's down to 6.6 billion, and it will probably still decrease towards like 6.5, 6.4, and then we'll see a volume getting it back into the markets again, which usually happens on Sunday. So that's what we're waiting for. Until that period of time, it's just consolidating. Like right now, I would say it's in some sort of a micro consolidation between 26,650 and then 26,400, to be honest. Like, it's a very small level. We will see a breakout probably today out of that area. We'll see volatility either way. I mean, overall, like if you take a look at last Sunday, this happened. So we just got some bearish momentum and then some bullish momentum, and then the price was at the same price, or it returned to the same area. At least. So that's what we might see today. We might also see some bigger moves. That's what we'll talk about. All right. Before we dive into that, though, I do want to mention that right now I am in a partnership with BingX. BingX is a cryptocurrency exchange. Great exchange. And if you sign up now via the link down in the description or the pinned comment, you get $50 extra to trade with. All right. Great deal. I would definitely recommend you to try them out. They have a huge amount of cryptos you can trade, both in spot but also perpetual futures, which I know most of you do. So check that out. Consider joining them. I would definitely recommend them. It's one of the best exchanges to use at this point of time. But for now, let's get into Bitcoin. So, like I said, I mean, if we purely talk about the price action for Bitcoin, there's nothing here. And the analysis that I did yesterday is practically still valid, all right? Because then I said that Bitcoin is basically stuck between 26,700 and 26,300. One of these two levels is going to break. If we believe the technicals, then we will get a bullish breakout, because technically Bitcoin is actually quite bullish right now. We're still making higher lows. We're making somewhat of a higher high right here. And apart from that, the EMAs are definitely bullish. So then you would say, all right, well, most likely is that we'll break above 26,700. We'll find some resistance at 27,000, but then we'll continue up to 27,500. So that's one scenario, technically the most likely scenario. But then on the other hand, what we have next week is the interest rate decision. And the expectation for that is far from bullish, all right? It's quite bearish. We all know that the dollar strength index has been very strong. That's not without any reason. That's because most economic events have been very, very good for the US, including the inflation rates, or that it's not necessarily good, but a rising inflation rate sometimes does mean that the economy is working, all right? And if the economy is working and inflation rate is not going to drop down, the interest rates need to go up, or at least that's how monetary policy is seen nowadays. And that's bad for Bitcoin, all right? And I don't think that's calculated into the price yet, because this move, for example, was before most of those economic events. Like, this was the 18th of August. The 18th of August, dollar strength index was also strong, but it still went up a couple of percentages. So yeah, it's I would say fundamentally it is actually more likely that we'll see that bearish breakout. So a breakdown below 26,300 and a drop down towards 25,700. That's what I would say the most likely scenario is. But in general, like I always try to say, is that it's best to wait for confirmation. All right. So this is my full thoughts on Bitcoin, the different scenarios which are possible. If you do have any questions about anything, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.